Hello everyone, I'm back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video in which I take on See Through It All, Gogeta's clones to figure out which one is the real Gogeta out of the 4 clones and the real version hiding among them in this event. So, with that being said, we have Gogeta himself to figure out the answer to this question, and I'm fairly certain it lies in the fact that I have to see what's going on here with these clones. So, I'm fairly certain this one is it, because it's the only one that's not attacking this turn. Yeah, it is the only one that's not. It's pretty suspicious. The 5th one is pretty suspicious. I'm gonna target that one first. It does seem like the one I'm supposed to go after in this one for sure, because it's not attacking, so I should be okay here. And once my super attacks get unsealed, I should be good to go, because the other 4 are clones, you see. They would have one-shot me if I hit them. So, with that being said, since this one is indeed the real one, I can go ahead and say for sure that I want to go ahead and make sure that this is gonna be interesting to try and phrase this, but I feel like if I can land a good shot on this guy, I can finish it in one shot. That's what I'm going to try to do. Is hopefully one shot here. Hopefully I can one-shot the boss here at the end. Hopefully I can get it done, like, right here, because he is actually taking damage. So, let's see what happens here, and if I can go ahead and try to get this going here. Okie dokie. That was the clone. That was indeed the clone, chat. We found it. I found the clone. And beat this event. It's pretty easy if you can see through the deception, but if you can, it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. So we got the support memory as well, which is a very good support memory, just like the gimmick event for part 1. It's Fuse Fighters attack and defense 10% and for 7 turns. Shadow Dragon Saga Key 1. Pretty freaking good support memory, in all honesty. So with that being said, though, let's go ahead and try it on Super 3 difficulty with all 5 typing. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do this team. And this is a recent EZA, as well as this Gogeta coming out along with this content. So, of course, I'm going to show these characters off as well, since they have quite a bit of reduction here to help me out if I get things a little bit wrong. So, let's go ahead and try to see. That was suspicious. The 4th one was sus. The 4th one was sus. Yeah, you're sus. You're sus. You're sus. You're a little sus. This one is a little sus. You're the imposter among us. You are the imposter. That one's the imposter. That one's the imposter. That one has to be the imposter. There's no way you're not the imposter. Well, it's either I take him down or I just die. So let's see how this goes. But this is definitely, it's a gimmick event, alright. It doesn't seem too tricky if you know the method. But that one has to be the clone. There's no way it's not the clone. I spotted it. I got you. I'm fairly positive it's the clone. I'm fairly positive I'm fairly positive that is indeed you. I'm fairly positive that's you. Or... I'm fairly positive. I'm fairly positive that's it. But regardless, I might just absolutely get one shot. In that case, that's fine. I can just go back into it and see what we're dealing with. But if that's not the case, then it is what it is, honestly. But I thought this one looked a little too suspicious, in all honesty, but I think the attack stat's going to be way too high to deal with, because I'm fairly certain that this boss will just have one-shotting effects as well, so that's a little interesting and a little, again, gimmicky to deal with, but probably should have put a better tank in that last slot too. I think that could be said, because GOGETA, if this attack hits for as hard as I think it's going to hit, then I don't think GOGETA... I do not think GOGETA will be able to deal with this attack, if it's what I think it's going to be. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. He took it. Okay. I thought I instantly died there, but... it seems we're in the not necessarily the clear, but I think we might be in the clear. We might be in the clear. Or, if the clone moves, if the clone starts moving, then we might have to do it again. Let's see what happens if the clone has moved or not. Let's go ahead and see. Or do we have to survive a certain amount of phases? I don't know. This is my first time into this event. I'm not exactly too sure what the conditions are. The clone has definitely not moved. Yeah, the clone is definitely not moved. As you can see, their status effects are still about the same right there. So let's go ahead and keep them in slot 1 though, because they should be fine there for sure, especially because they gain more DR. I think it's fair and valid to put them in slot 1 instead. So let's go ahead and try out this and see what happens. Let's see what happens for sure. Ooh, dodge the super. Eat the normals. Nice. Very good. Why put a dodge? Ooh. Oh me, oh my, oh man. What a character. Absolutely evading the slot 1 super attack too. Ooh, that's very helpful. But am I just going to have to obliterate all the boss's HP naturally, or am I going to have some sort of turn? I don't know. But what I do know is I am not dead. My HP hasn't died out, so I think I should be fine. Because if you attack the clones, they will one-shot you. I'm fairly positive the clones just one-shot. Absolutely just one-shot. So that's not good necessarily. I have no idea how much HP these guys have either, so I'm not too certain if... I mean, I'm not dead yet, so I think I'm doing the right thing, but... again, first time, I don't know what I'm really doing, but things seem to be going smoothly in this challenge again, for real. But I feel like this is the reason why it's Super 3 as well. because of all of this, but I should be able to handle myself. And oh my gosh, by the way, the tech gods have launched a lot of super attacks this turn. What the heck? I bet. I guess say less, okay? Because I don't know whether it's the Gogeta that's attacking that's the real one or not. Because I know the fourth one is the real one, but I'm not exactly sure. Well, one thing I know is I'm doing something right. Now let's check if it's the fourth one too. Okay, he hasn't moved. He hasn't moved, so that's a good sign. Let's go ahead and float you, because actually we don't want to launch the active skill, do we? No, I don't think so. Do we? I really think this is the one fight where we want to use a Batara break. Yeah, because you can't use the active skill. You can't use that active skill in this fight. Yeah, no, I don't think it's even safe to pop the active skill. Any all attacks are just going to do... Oh, they're going to do too much damage, are they? Huh. I guess even Gogeta like nullifies and counters like a clone, huh? That could spell bad news for us as well, huh? That would be super cruddy for sure. Yeah, well, we are almost out of luck there for sure. Took a lot of damage from that clone Kamehameha for sure. It's not amazing for us. I will say that's not exactly amazing. Or is it the real one that's launching the super attacks, or is it the fake ones? I have a feeling the real one's launching the supers. Yeah, because it can't be... Yeah, because he can't be sealed, right? Yeah, because he can't be sealed, right? I think that's it. I think the real one is launching the super attacks. The real one has to be launching the supers. Right. Right, the real one's launching the supers. Is he? I think so. I think so, chat. See, all these attackers are launching the same amount of attacks, so I can't tell which one's the real one, though, because all of them look the same, huh? Yeah, all of them do look pretty much the same, which is a problem. Yeah.
A plan, yet here we are.
Oh, relax. I'm sure we'll find a way. We always do.
Sure, except for all the times we've died.
Let's just release these both of these attacks. Well, I mean, yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and do this.
You think you're the only one who can manage that little trick?
Yeah, Omega Shenron's team would get eviscerated by this event, huh? Because of the AoEs. Yeah, the AoEs would be so horrible to deal with as well. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because the difference is they can't be sealed, huh? Yeah, that's gonna really hurt. That's gonna really hurt them, huh? Yeah, it is. So, you know what? We just go ahead and launch the Gogeta active now as well. Yeah, I think so.
Guess I can't hold back anymore.
Oh wait, since all the other ones are launching supers, if he does get the super counter, then it's gonna be against the clone. Yeah, that's right, huh? Ah, that is true. That is truly true. If I get the SA counter, it's going to be on the clones, huh? Yeah, it is. But there was a clone super in slot 1, which I did go ahead and dodge, which is very good. Very, 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 very good. Would have liked to counter that, but oh well. That's not anything I'm too mad about. I'm not too mad about it whatsoever. Freaking ever, chat. I'm not at all mad about that. That's we absolutely take it. We absolutely take it. Oh yeah. Oh flip. Yeah, we take it. We take it. We take it. So that seems slightly tough. You really have to make sure you're dodging all these characters' attacks. Yeah, I can start to see where the clone's attacking from, huh? Yeah, I can start to see him. I can start to see him in the attack patterns. I think I'm actually seeing where he is with the little like exclamation mark target thing, so I can kind of get an idea of what's happening. So that's actually pretty good. That's actually really good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go. Yeah, I can start to see him in there. Yeah, he's launching quite a bit of attacks, huh? Yeah, he's in there, all right. He's definitely in there. He is definitely in there launching attacks for sure. I'm having him at half health, which I think if he dies, the event is over. So that's the game plan, is to get the clone out of here. Well, not the clone, the real one, excuse me, because if you attack the clones, they're gonna, like, instantly kill you, I'm pretty sure. So we can't even use the active skill, huh, can we? No, not really.
This energy. Could it be Vegeta? Yes! I knew it with you! Kakarot!
No, you do not do this. It's actually time for us to use the Batara break, funnily enough. We are actually going to break the Batara for the first time, actually in a fight, and it be useful. We're gonna break the Batara, and for the first time, it's going to actually have a use case. Wow, shocker, but we actually might need to just break the Batara in this fight. Insane work, but it is what it is.
This is a power greater than that of a Super Saiyan God!
I'm going to have fun destroying you.
Yeah, insane work that we actually have to break the Batara in this fight. I feel like it's just necessary. It's definitely just necessary for me to break the Batara in this fight. Yeah, I think so. We can't attack all. Yeah, we can't attack everyone. That's the whole point of this event. If you could attack all, then it would be much simpler to decipher. But no, you can't. You can't do it. You just have to Batara break. And of course, we have this active skill, which is definitely interesting to say the least. We can have boost right there, but I feel like getting this active skill is going to be just better. The Vegito active, yeah. This is an interesting event. Wow, I didn't expect to struggle at all in this. What the heck? Even though the Vegito active is a full heal, I just don't think I can do it. Could I? I mean, I could. Oh, wait, no, I can't. He still would counter and then just, like, instantly get me killed the next turn. Right. I do actually have to consider that. I do actually have to consider that as a legitimate possibility. That is actually a legit possibility that just happens and I just die. Yeah, no, I ain't about to do that. Wait, actually, hold on. Yeah, hold on. Wait a moment. Whoa, scroll back. Scroll back a second. Wait. I healed up too much. So let's do it all over again, but this time let's pop all the active skills. Let's pop all the active skills. So let me just get through it one more time. I'll not have to you to wait to sit through all these animations. Let's just go ahead and get things going right here. Batara break. Transform. Let's see what gets more links. Let's see what gets me more links. Both the same. Let's just go ahead and fire this. Gotcha. Okay. Go ahead and fire this. Alright, bet. Now, I go ahead and get... We go ahead and do this. This. And then this. And then this. Yeah, that's our best bet. I can't fuse. I just can't fuse. There is no way I can fuse. I just can't do it. I just can't fuse. Wish that Gogeta was here on this turn too. Dang. We could have had Scouter too. That would have been really nice. That's like essential on this. I feel like we're gonna be okay here. We might be all right here. Oh, we get the attack break too. That's right. We have an attack break. We do have an attack break right here. We actually do have an attack break. That's pretty good, chat. That's actually really nice. So if that ends up being, you know what, we could just go ahead and attack break and be fine. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is going to be it, alright? I feel like it's going to be. Because if he goes ahead and does anything else, we are going to be cooked. It's either do or die right here. So we do this, and then we go ahead and get this off. He has a lot of reduction, sure, but if he takes anything, I feel like he might die just from like a super attack, if that makes sense. So this is going to be not the craziest thing ever to see here. Let's just go ahead and hope that that was what I think it was. Let's see. Okay, we're dead. Nice! Very good. Nice. Thank you, Gogeta. We're just dead. Yup, we're dead. Freaking frack, dude. That was a good attempt, too. My gosh. My freaking goodness. That was a good attempt, though. Good freaking attempt, too. Dang. Dang, that was a good attempt. Dang. Dang it. Dang it, gang. Dang it. Let's go ahead and bring Tech Gotenks then. He can definitely do good defense, as well as when he receives a super attack, there's a high chance to just counter it. So I feel like that's going to be pretty good here. So let's go ahead and try this again. Yeah, because we need to try it again without using a sport item and with all types. Yeah. This is going to be good, but I think we should go ahead and do this. Because he has what? Where is he? The new Gogeta. The new one. Where is he? Come on. Show it to me. Gogeta. There we go. There we go. Yeah.
All right.
There we
let's
go.
do this.
Yep, okay. So, with that being said, this should be the rotation as well. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, this is, of course, different. What? Interesting. So, I just loaded up in a different, like, little section here. So, I mean, that artwork is different, so that has to be the real one. This has to be the real one. There's no way it isn't. Go ahead and float you off. Wait, actually... No, I think we float you... Yeah, I think this is fine. This is fine. I go ahead and do this, cause this is not the clone. This isn't the clone. All these other ones are the clones, and this one isn't. So, moving around the positions, changing the little gimmick up. So this is the artwork, because you are not the clone. So it looks like they're changing the little gimmick each time to trip you up. Okay. So it's just something's up with Gogeta is how you can tell which one is a clone or not. Okay. Because it was like the status effects the first time. And then now it's like the artwork, which actually makes it even easier because you can actually tell which attack is the attack from the real one and which attacks are from the clones, because they literally have different artwork. So that's actually really nice to go ahead and see that. And since the real one is the only one that does, I believe, super attacks in those fights, we should be good, since Gotenks gets, what, 99% damage reduction? Nah, imagine that 1% is just like imagine the 1% is like the breaking point and we still die. Nah. Can't be. No way, chat, no way. Ain't no way. But this event is pretty good. I actually liked it more than I thought I would, huh? Oh, this event's actually pretty fun. I actually think this event is still difficult. Like, wow, like they didn't play around with the difficulty. There ain't a cheat code method for this one, which is definitely pretty nice to see for sure. Definitely nice to see no cheat code method for this one, because they change it up every time, it looks like. So that's pretty good. That is pretty decent. He's attacking every slot, too. So, let's see. This guy has a great chance of nullifying a super attack. Let's go ahead and put these right here, and then right here. Let's go ahead and do this. It's really how you just place your characters, chat. It's really how you go ahead and do that, chat. So it's really is what it is on that front. Well, this guy is Rainbow, fully easy aid. I mean, no links, but still, like, goodness gracious. Oh, there we go. There's the SA counter. Nice. There we go. That's what you want to see. The super attack counter. Now, of course, the only one who super attacks should be the real Gogeta, so that's the one you actually need to counter. And of course, the Gogeta cards right here will super attack counter as well, so you're actually very well off doing this type of a strategy, which is absolutely amazing, absolutely fantastic that this is the case. And of course, Gogeta is going to be able to take a lot of attacks, getting his build up here very early as well. So this is going to be very good for him. also, so, you know, something to keep in mind. But also, this Gogeta's attack raises for every attack you hit him with still, even though it's not as much as the clones, because the clones will one-shot and kill you, as you can see. You can still go ahead and get some good things going here. Like, I'm not going to show it right now, but if I would hit one of the clones, they will one-shot me. That's why even Super Vegeta wasn't even a cheat code for this event, because of the fact that you can't just say, oh yeah, okay, let's go ahead and do this thing. No, you actually have to see which one is the clone and like face them head on. So you really have to make sure you go ahead and do that for freaking sure. So I'm getting more attacks in, receiving more attacks, receiving more attacks, receiving more attacks. And then there's the 7th attack, so I go ahead and get an extra bout of crit chance as well, which actually this rotation right here is very, very good for me, because not only is this very, very good shaping up for all these units, I can go ahead and hide my tech gods until they come out next rotation, as I am able to dodge the super attack in slot 1. Very, very good stuff by the boy Gogeta, as I go ahead and use all these fused fighters to really encapsulate this fight down for freaking sure, of course. Fused fighters being very, very strong, but also the support memory, so it's a little ironic that we use fusions to defeat the fusions. So, you know, definitely very, 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 very nice. Very nice. Also, I noticed that the Gogeta had a Ki Blast super attack. That's why I brought Gotenks in. If he takes a super attack, which he definitely might, is something that he's able to eat for a little bit of damage and be able to counter, because for the first couple of turns, he gets 99% damage reduction and a high chance of defense 999 when he receives a Ki Blast super attack, and specific the extra 44% damage reduction when he receives a Ki Blast super temporarily. So that's like what, along with like the introduction damage reduction, that would be 99% damage reduction in total. So he is able to, should be able to counter super attacks effectively. But even then, we have units like Gogeta able to deal with these super attacks, and also a Scouter on the next turn to be able to forecast these abilities as well quite effectively. So it's definitely something that I'm going to take massive amount of advantage in this fight, because I'm going to want to be able to capitalize on all these abilities, chat. Let's see though what we got here. How long does Gotenks? It's from 5 turns with his entry turn, so we want to go ahead and have him floating, which is absolutely ideal for me for sure. Let's go ahead and release this transformation as well. We see there's a super attack in slot 1. He has a great chance of nullifying and countering, so he is able to get that done, although Gogeta is able to do the same thing as well, so that is something that I'm really going to take advantage of here for sure. However, this Gotenks is definitely a solid option to go ahead and get rid of the super attack as well, because of the fact when receiving a Ki Blast super attack, 44% damage reduction temporarily, 5 turns will start a turn, and then with 22 plus 33 is 55 plus 44 is 99, so he has 99% damage reduction when receiving this Ki Blast super attack versus just countering it. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the countering strategy, though. Let's just hope and pray that my luck is on my side today and I actually counter the super attack for once and really just not like sell me out on this one. Yes, I did get the counter attack. He does go ahead and get the SA counter for me. Boom, crit damage, nice, absolutely amazing here, as I didn't even know Gogeta was a slot 2 and 3 fiend. He really capsizes on being in those slots, as you can see, because he has more attack and defense when he is in the position slot 2 and 3, so that's definitely something to keep in mind as I'm strolling along through this fight. Let's go ahead and pow! Get some damage in here. Sad to see it normal, but it is what it is. And let's go ahead and get Gogeta off. Yeah, slot 2 and 3 is where you want to put him. And that actually counteracts the Trunks and Vegeta, huh? Because the Trunks and Vegeta really want to be in slot 1. However, this Gogeta does have the passive skill ability to give himself 80% damage reduction for the first turn. So even if he's locked the first turn, he still has some sort of survivability, which is actually very, very fantastic to see on a character like this. Go ahead and float off Gotenks. Hopefully we can get enough damage to finish off the Gogeta in these next couple of turns, but you never know. We'll see. We'll just have to see here as I go ahead and get things rolling, chat. Yeah, hopefully the clone got him first. Oh, there's no attacks from the real Gogeta up there, so that's very good as well. We can go ahead and transform the gods again. And of course, after I pop this active skill, yup, as well as the active skill for Gogeta. Oh right, it's not just an enemy that's under 50% HP, it's one enemy, which usually would not be such a problem if there wasn't the fact that I have to deal with now the implication that I have to have a one enemy with 50% or less, which usually doesn't matter in most cases, but in this fight it definitely does. When receiving a super attack, when receiving a Ki Blast super attack, it nullifies and counters it. No, great chance of nullifying. So that's the only super attack in slot 1. So I think it's going to be him. But we can go ahead and see this here. We can go ahead and just get this off. But I feel like this guy in slot 1 with his 80% chance to dodge is going to be a little bit of a better solution. I don't know. As I go ahead and get into this, we can go ahead and get quite a bit of Rainbow Key Spirits here to attack with as well. I should have probably put this guy in slot 2, but it's whatever. I should have probably put the Tech Gods in slot 2. I missed out on a little bit of links, chat. I'm sorry. I fumbled. I fumbled there. Generational fumble, if you will. Generational fumble right there. Yeah, no. I should have put him in slot 2, but it's whatever. It's really whatever. It's not anything too crazy big. As I go ahead and get things moving here, we see a 67 million super attack from Gogeta as I go ahead and get things rolling. Bow! Bang! He gets more attack stat as I absolutely try to crush him here. Come on, let's get this event done, chat. Let's get it done. Let's get it down. Let's get it over with. Here as I go ahead and strike. This has definitely been a very tough event, but come on, let me clear this event. Let me go ahead and get the wood. Alright, we do get the attack break here as well. They should have a good chance to dodge. 30 plus 40 is 7. They should have a 70% chance to dodge here. 70% chance to dodge along with 77% damage reduction and millions of defense to back them up. If anyone can take it, it's probably them. Along with, I believe, having guard. They should have guard. They should have guard. They should? Do they have guard? They should have guard. I think so. Yeah, right, guard. Guard. Let me search. Goku. And Vegeta. Well, I think they do have guard. Yeah, they have guard. They just have natural guard. Okay. So, yeah, is that a triple super? I see. That is indeed a triple super. I see. That is indeed the triple super turn that we should all be scared of. Yeah, no, this is the triple super turn. Active skill activated. I'm gonna go ahead and try to really finish things off here. Didn't do as much damage as I really wanted to, but it's okay. It's okay. We can go ahead and get this off anyway as I go ahead and try to delete the boss as fast as possible here. Yeah, this is going to be a stressful time as I go ahead and get in some super attacks. This is definitely going to be a close one for sure. But I feel like I could get the attack break and do... Oh, because the attack break targets him. Yeah, that's really good. Since the attack break is going to target Gogeta, this means the fact that I can attack break him means that he is the only one that's going to be broken, which by that logic means I should be able to blah 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 blah. Doing a little bit of math here, we should be able to finish it off with that. No, we don't, but we're still able to get the 20 million counterattack, shaboink, and that's almost it for Gogeta. Let's go ahead and use Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's Awakened Art to finish off Gogeta. That's insane. That is insane work. Really using Gogeta to finish Gogeta. Oh, finish Gogeta? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Yes! Yes! Let's go! Yeah! That was actually a tough event. I vibe with that. That was actually a really fun event. What the heck? Nah, I thought that would just be a gimmick event. That was actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. That was fun! That was fun! That was a fun event! Hey! That was actually kind of tough, low-key. That was tough. That was a little rough. I won't lie. That was a little tough. Okay, I cleared the event on Super 3 without using support items and using an all-type scene. Okay. That was fun. That was fun. That was a fire event for real. Okay. That was a Oh, I rock with that hard. You can't even look at the stage details because of the fact that it randomly switches all the time. Ah, neat. Oh, you're allowed to use Nukus in here. Yeah, no, you are allowed to use Nukus in here. That is insane, by the way. Oh my gosh. Wow, wowie, zowie. That was pretty fun. I'm not even gonna lie. That was pretty amazing. Using Gogeta to take on Gogeta, and y'all saw not only Trunks and Vegeta, but the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So I'd say we got pretty good showcases out of these EZAs, which is ironic how the kits are built because Gogeta gets a great boost out of being in the second or third attacker on the turn, while Trunks and Vegeta get a massive boost again in slot 1. So they are kind of built in the reverse of each other for their own team formations, which is honestly absolutely ironic and amazing to see here. Okay, well, with that being said, that's going to have to wrap it up for this video. Part 2 of this massive major celebration is almost coming to a close as we have got more global tickets here. I believe there should be some in the exchange shop. I don't know. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, wow. There we go. I knew it. I knew it said in the news there was one in the exchange shop. I knew it. I frackin' knew it, dude. I knew it. Who is this for, by the way? Hope, let's see, Omega. That is... Which one is Gogeta? That's Trunks and Vegeta. Yeah, let's go, gang. Let's go for real. That's pretty good. Hey, that's fire. So that means after I beat this, I should have enough global tickets. That should be the rest of the 50 global tickets. That should be the last of the global tickets, Yeah, it's gonna be the final global tickets as well. So that's something to look forward to. Okay. With that being said, hopefully y'all enjoy. The next up on the line is the When Wishes Backfire event with GT Heroes and Battle of fate. So that's going to be interesting. But I'm going to wrap it up here. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. As part 2 wraps to a close, we have one last piece of content before we go. We have this. The clone event. I really think the clone event is awesome. And of course, the challenge event of Players Ultimate Choice Battle to sound off part 2. This is going to close part 2, and then we're going to get part 3 after that. So yeah, definitely good to see the final stages on the upcoming content. With that being said, hopefully y'all enjoyed, and until next Dokkan battle video. Bye. Gogeta v Gogeta is insane. Of course, the one who's going to take out Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.